I don't want to get copyright strike. Hi, my name is Palatino, and this is my time with Crystar. First off, we see the backdrop, which pretty much sums up the theme of the game, I think. But we're gonna start from a save data. It's actually a finished one, but there are no major spoilers, I would say. Alright, so we wake up, which is saving is sleeping, so we wake up. The ordeals are basically the chapter or level select, however you wanna call it. But we're not gonna start right away. We're gonna go into the organized section, which you can purify torments, which you get from enemies, which is basically your equipment. And your sediments are basically the equipment then. You can fuse them to make them stronger, and yeah, that's how you get new weapons and stuff. You need items and all that. You know, the usual. There are 4 characters, so 4 weapon types and 1 type of armor. It's all pretty thought and mental state stuff. You can also modify them. I'm not going to go into that too much. You learn that by just playing. You can call the other characters and talk to them. It's story part stuff. And you can change your in-game outfits of like the fighting equipment, I would say. I don't know how to call it. You can go into the album with your diary, which is basically a sum up of the story, your battle records, which is playtime and all that stats, and memoirs of the dead. You can actually get special items, which are basically thoughts of the enemy, which are also dead people. You know, I'll go with that later. And also, there's a music player. I'm not gonna play them for very long, but you get a little bit of a theme in these ones. I would say they're kind of hopeful, and I love the Sony ad. Hopeful, desperate, and you know,
I'm so glad.
It's a pretty depressing game, and that's the best part for Lima, because you can pet your dog, which is awesome. Yeah, and saving, as I told you, you just go to bed. We're gonna go in one of the first ones, because I don't want to spoil anything. And here we have the next part, which is kind of strange. That's how you activate the powers and transport into the limbo, where you basically are.
Sen, please switch. Kokoro, please.
You can change around every time. Every character has different health, speed, and all different attacks. And I think the worlds themselves look amazing. Like, look at that. And look a little around more. You can attack, you can dodge, you can cry. You can use special attacks. There was a refueling item over there. I'm gonna punch one later. I'm playing really bad because my muscle memory here is not working from other games. You know, I'll get into it. Okay, you see these enemies that are there, these are giving me the torments of them, and you also get, with the torments, you can get their second memories and backstory of the enemy, which are all people that have too much they wanted to live for, and you know, they didn't want to die. And I can't spoil that much. They were tricked by the demons, question mark, of the underworld to get a second life. And there was another item that that doesn't respawn, so it's more special. The small things you get are basically, the essence is basically money, the currency of the ether. Here I got an item, so I showed you. And this is a broken thought, joy. As I said, the theme is pretty standard. Well, not standard, pretty in one direction. Let's put it that way. And here you can go into the next floor. You'll see the floors are not that different overall. And I almost have to say it's quite repetitive. The whole dungeon setup. They change around with different chapters. And here we go into the second character, Kokoro. She's the second one you get. I played with her a lot. She's a little more different than the others, I would say. Or the first three you get at least. Okay, theme of the dungeons. It changes around a little bit in the later stages, like they get more round. There are always but kind of these rooms with the enemies, and you see it's not very varying. I don't know. I'm talking like crap. The words are leaving my mouth and I don't know what they mean. I mean, I know what they mean. Oh god. Alright, I could probably go a little bit more into the story, because the first three characters, except for Nana here, you get pretty early on. Nana is more of a later character, and there is a lot of repetition later in the game. Like, I think it were the last 4 chapters. You basically replay after you finish the first end boss. And to be honest, I didn't expect that there was more to the game after the first finishing. And it was more like a bonus, because I thought the ending which was really bad. Just let me tell you, it was really bad. Yes, okay, that I just wanted to let that run out. I actually wanted to fill up the tier, but I couldn't get it too far up. It basically gets higher with damaging enemies, getting damaged, and cry. You reload SP through attacking, and health through items, of course. There is, in every chapter, overall chapter, there is a end boss. Those differ a lot, and they always have something to do with the main story. Like the first one is the demon that actually trapped her here. Second one is Kokoro's reason to being here. And that's at the start. It's her ex. Her ex got her and her unborn baby in a car accident, and of course the baby died, and her ex died, and it's really bad. And it's a theme through the game. They have a reason to cry. Cutscenes are not awesome, to be honest. The animations are not good. The voice actors are pretty good. Don't get me wrong. Voice actress and voice acting is pretty good.
Here I go.
But the animation to the voice acting is not so well done.
What would you like?
It's not a AAA game. I knew that from the start. The art style is pretty good. I love the eyes, to be honest. And the theme of the game kept me going. Just the theme and the story was really enticing. There just wasn't the repetitive gameplay in between.
Lord. I have to. Atonement.
It's so bad that I have to say it like that, because
Have to. Atone.
only thing that really
No matter what.
rubs me the wrong way. You get loads of skills, but also the skills are not that different. The enemies don't change up too much, they're always kind of the same. The bosses change a little bit, but if you're repeating the same 4 major bosses over and over, or not over, but a few times in the end game, it really sucks. But hey, at least there were some twists. There were some really strange endings. Or very different not enemies, endings. And I won't spoil them. You have to find them out yourself, or you can find my playlist somewhere, probably on YouTube. I don't know if it still exists. Or you can watch someone else play it. I don't know. I want to get you to play games like these. If you're into such things like a big good story and a little bit of a twist in the usual style. Because I really think this game, for a not even AA title probably, has really good writing, really good story, and gameplay isn't that abysmal. It's not so bad. It's a little repetitive. You see that. The overmap that you can activate is pretty annoying. It's a little bit confusing with the whole item selection that you got with how they are called. But you get used to that. It's just a little different. And a little different is not always bad. And it has many plus points. Like, the music is not that repetitive, so you have a lot of different music per level. The backgrounds and the theme of the worlds change, which is also really awesome. They always look really amazing. Super good.
Forward.
You have the Lima. For a dog person that I kinda am. I'm an animal person, so I that was one of the best things I did all the time. I just went, and when I started the game up, I go to the Lima. When I finish the map, I go to the Lima. It's really stupid, I know, but still. The different the characters play all a little bit different, so you can get a little bit of change in the overall gameplay. Also, overall, it's still not enough to actually get into a better rotation. Still very repetitive, the gameplay. But hey, it's all. But you can always look up for the story. Like, I said Kokoro, I said her. I didn't mention Ray. Ray actually is searching for her mother. Her mother died. She is searching her mother and wants to get back. I have a theory, but I'm not 100% sure. I think the Epicurean is her sister. Or it's Kokoro. Not Kokoro, Nanana. I'm not 100% sure. That was never really clear. It sounds like Kokoro, but it could also be her sister. I had a lot of theories when I played the game. It's not 100% clear. you can make your own and play it yourself. You know, they talked over the special attacks with the kind of stand ability thingy there.
Let's organize a little.
I'm also gonna organize with the torments and all that. You actually cry and be sad for that. And
To the tears and sadness.
I am purifying of the torments with the crying.
Let's
The
organize
theme
a
is really
little.
strange for a guy like me, but I really enjoyed it. So, for the approachable tier list that I made for myself, basically, I give it a C tier because of the repetitive gameplay, because of the bad cutscenes, and animation cutscenes. Not the cutscenes themselves are not that bad. Don't get me wrong. The story really gets well over to you with the voice actors and all. The cutscenes in the background are not that amazing. But it's really worth your time. It's not a very, very long game if you don't make it very, very long. And it's still one of the more unique experiences that I had with games. So if you can get it, maybe not discount, maybe you want to try it, get it at full price. Maybe it's free somewhere. Try it. Give them a reason to make another game like that. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and hope I see you again soon. Bye.